Yeah. G'day, guys. Bonjour. My name is Wildkard. Scotland was versus France. Uh, to be honest, I am not really happy about this game. I was incredibly excited to watch the new and revamped Scotland side, putting on probably one of the best, if not best, the best performance of the Scotland team in many, 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 many years. Maybe the last time was when during the lockdowns when they beat the French in the final round, one of the Six Nations. I think it was 2020. Maybe that was the last time they had a better game than tonight. But boy, unlike last time, I think this game was a fucking embarrassment for the Scotland team. And quite frankly, it is heartbreaking for me to see Australian players with world-class talent being completely wasted in Scotland. I am sorry. I am fucking sorry. This was an embarrassment. The game had 15 minutes left, and your players were strutting around the field celebrating like they've already won the fucking game. You had an opportunity to shut down the bonus point and basically win the Six Nations outright next week with a bonus point by scoring 4 tries and beat Ireland. And yet, the players, I don't know what they're doing. I have never seen a team crumble so quickly after doing so well. And what was really mind-boggling is as well, right? The Scotland team was just complete. You can see it. The French, they knew they fucked up, and they had the heart of the champion to try to dig themselves out of the hole they found themselves in, and really just they knew they couldn't catch up, and they did absolutely everything they could to close out the scoreboard. And the Scotland side, my goodness, seriously. Every year we talk about the problem in the Scotland team. So much prep, so much talent, so much promise. Could potentially win the Six Nations, maybe even challenge for the World Cup. Like the most important players of the Lions team are Scottish players. And yet every year they fall short. Why? Why is the Scotland team not able to deliver the results? Why is it every year that Scotland, after beating England, falls off a cliff? This is why. Because the players don't hold themselves accountable to be a true fucking champion. Because the players are not mentally ready to win the Six Nations. Are not mentally ready to become a champion. You know, this one thing that really hurts me here when I watch this game. Especially the couple of Australian players that's in the team. I wish they were playing for the Wallabies. I wish they could do the things that they do in the gold jersey. But it just breaks my heart to see them thinking that they are the top of the world. Thinking that they are an amazing player. Thinking that they already won the game, 15 minutes left. Thinking that the job is done. Not even trying to hide the fact that they had no idea that they could win the Six Nations next week if they close out this game without giving away a bonus point. The lack of professionalism. The lack of standards. What the fuck? What a waste of talent. These guys could be Six Nation winners, could challenge for the World Cup, and yet they haven't showed the heart and determination to achieve their fucking full potentials. Seriously. What the fuck? Like, Scotland came out, just showed everybody the talents that we've seen for many years. Showed everybody why they keep winning the Calcutta Cup. Showed everybody that they are a true challenger. They had a game plan where they were not kicking penalty goals, backing themselves to go for the tries. And I thought, finally, this team is taking the step forward. This team is backing themselves. This team is believing in themselves to be the best. They're looking at it. They finally figured it out. They've got the talent to do it. They've finally broken through that mental barrier. The problem where they fall off a cliff after winning the Calcutta Cup every year. The problem where they play Argentina, win the first half and thought it was good enough and lose the entire game because they conceded like 30 points unanswered or something in the second half. I thought, finally, this is it. Finally, this team has got a grip and gonna turn the ship around. Only, fuck me, only for the fucking embarrassment that I saw in the last 15 minutes. I mean, also, right, the team has, literally backed themselves the whole game, went for the tries, and then they like, just, you can see the point where they gave up, and they thought they were good enough. They thought they were champions. 50 minutes left, they decided to take a 3-point penalty, and they got a round of applause from the audience. Now, I get it, you're about to win the game, you think you're going to win the game, but if that's the expectations the fans are giving to the players, you really can't boo your players when they lose to Argentina, right? After leading 22 points in the first half. Because this is your expectation. The fans at the stadium, you cheered when Scotland team waved the flag that said, this is good enough, guys. We don't need to put, 15 minutes left. We can't lose this anymore. You allow the players to do that by cheering for the 3 points. And you indicated to the players, this is fine. This is good enough for us. So you really you don't have any right to boo your players when they lose. Because they didn't stick it out for the full 80 minutes against Argentina. My goodness. Heartbreaking stuff. Now next week, who knows? The French clearly actually, the one team that actually wanted to win the Six Nations is the French out there. Despite the fact that both teams had an equal opportunity to win the cup, the one team that really actually wanted to win is the French. My goodness. And you can see that the Scotland team did such a great job putting the French off. They studied the little kick behind from the side in the wingers, the French likes to do, and they did really well to shut that down. They studied how Antoine Dupont likes to play, shut down some of his options, even forced a what do you call it? Even forced a turnover, intercept pass, which is very unusual from Dupont. He's very clinical in big games. You can visibly see he's really what do you call it? You can visibly see that he's off his game. There was a number of yellow cards given out. There was some just the French team was giving away just completely mind-blowingly silly penalties. Like there was a player in the rock. He tackles Finn Russell, who's standing around the rock, like right in front of the referee. There was a player seemingly gouging. I mean, I don't know how this is not a red card. He's looking at the ball carrier and he's poked his finger into it. Ashman. He's poked into Ashman. And he did get a yellow card. And the referee said they will cite him instead of actually reviewing what happened and give him the red card that is supposed to be for this incident. So I don't know what's going on here. And I've talked about this as well with speeding the game up. It's okay to speed the game up, but you can't speed the game up to the point where nobody even knows what the fuck is happening. There were a number of penalties that was given out, a number of yellow cards that was given. In fact, there was, other than this one, I'm not sure what it's for, other than maybe for the eye gouge. But then if it's for the eye gouge, then this should be a red card and a review. So no review, no red. So I don't know what this yellow card was given out for this player for. Like they just try to rush the game, right? And losing, like, no one actually knows what the fuck's going on anymore. There was another one. Maybe one of you guys can tell me what this yellow card's for. 78 minutes. There was a yellow card against one of the Scottish players, and I'm actually not sure what's that for, because they just rushed it through. The commentators probably don't even know, and yeah, I don't know what's that for. Nobody explained to me. There was a yellow card. Yeah, there was, and it's just, it's getting to the point where there was a forward pass as well for the French, potential forward pass, leading to one of their tries. Again, the referee just rushed everything through, no review, and it was just, yeah, it was, it got to the point where speeding the game up, it's getting quite silly. If I don't even know what the fuck is the yellow card is for, what are we even doing here? What are we even fucking doing in this game? And yeah, so it's just really bizarre. This one especially, I don't know how this is a yellow card here. You're looking at, there's a finger in the eye, unless the yellow card was something else, and they didn't review this at all. So anyway, I don't know. I don't fucking know. It just speed. It's a little bit over the top, the way that they just try to speed the game up a bit too much. Honestly, I was more impressed by the comeback from the French team than the outstanding performance from the Scotland team for the first 60 minutes or so. Because, yeah, I mean, this is literally the problem that everybody want the Scotland team to conquer. The problem of thinking that you're already good enough, thinking that you're on top of the world. We beat England, good enough. Woo! Let's just party and lose like 3 games in a row that we shouldn't be losing. Like, this is literally the everything that, all the problem that Scotland team have, still there. It's really disappointing. Really disappointing. And I was more impressed by how the French was able to regather, was able to pull themselves together, and you can see the faces, some of the big name faces like Ramos and Dupont, and what's his name, Jalibert, what is his name, number 10. You can see it in their faces. They wanted to get this back, and they worked. They problem solved. They found the weaknesses in the Scotland team. They saw the Scotland teams parading around like they've already won the game, and scored what, 4 tries, 5 tries. 4 tries in 15 minutes, 3 tries in 10 minutes. My God. And this, yeah, you can see the Scotland team gave up. Honestly, it's, I can see this as well. Finn Russell kicks a penalty. Immediately, France scores a try. 2 tries, actually. Yeah. I was gonna say the Scotland team, the jersey colors look a lot better. The dark shorts look a lot better than the puke purple color. Yeah, that was bad. That looked horrendous. And I even think that the dark shorts look better than dark top and the white shorts. So yeah, definitely keep this look up, and I really appreciate the design here, much better than the other one. And this was probably the first game I've ever seen sun in Scotland. Honestly, I've never seen sunshine, a game played in sunshine in Scotland. So this is the first time seeing that, I guess, and it's quite nice. Look quite nice. And yeah, oh yeah, some of the silly stuff from the French as well. I've got here a whole list of it. There was, when the French were under pressure, deliberately blocking the passes, give away penalties, getting, and then getting yellow cards as a result, for repeated deliberate penalties. There was, tackling Finn Russell in the ruck. I don't know what that eye gouge is about. Just people really not doing the things that they're supposed to under pressure. So that's something that the French can look forward to expand upon for the next week. The good thing about the French is they've been rotating a lot of players, so it's not the end of the world for them if one player is, gets cited and gets red carded, and that's the plan. That's the plan for Gautier. He's looking at long-term plan. He sets expectations. Even if you're the B team, even if you're you're a new guy, he sets expectations extremely high. And yeah, this is this is something that you can see the French players just despite losing, they wanted the game more than the Scotland team. And boy, anyway, let's have a look at the match stats of the game. 7 tries to 6. The French actually came back 6 tries. My God. My God, I thought this was going to be. Yeah, there was one point Scotland could have won this game with 7 tries to 3. And ballooned to. In fact, 7 point tries to 2 or 6 tries to 2. There was a point where you could just easily win the game and denied a bonus point, but they did not do that. 516 run meters to Scotland for French, 493. 154 carries for Scotland, and French only have to do 110. 9 turnovers conceded for Scotland, not 15 for the French. 122 tackles made for Scotland, 20 missed tackles. 206 tackles made for the French, 34 missed tackles. Better tackle for Scotland team too. And how do you concede this many tries? My God. 127 done this one. 22 kicks in play for Scotland, 20 for the French, 1 missed conversion for both teams. Kick meters are pretty low for both teams. 550 for the Scotland team, 467 for the French. This is quite low for international test matches. The French was happy to run the ball out of their own 22, especially when they were under the pumps and they really wanted to score and catch up in score. And they just literally, there was one try score from like inside their own 22. So it was really, really good attempts for the French there. 14 lineouts, 1 for the Scotland side, 1 lost, 6 for the French, 2 lost, so not too great. The scrum was pretty even. I was expecting more dominance from the French side, to be honest. Wasn't particularly that. But then again, Angus Garner, he doesn't really like to give away scrum penalties. Even if you do get the dominance, you have to be really, really significant for him to give it away. 5 scrums, no losses for Scotland. 3 no losses for the French. Penalties conceded, only 4. And you still got a yellow card for cynical in front of the try line or something. I don't know. I don't actually know what the Scotland yellow card was for because it just rushed through. 10 penalties conceded by the French and 2 yellow cards as a result for repeated penalties. But the problem with the penalties, it's not because there are penalties for the French, because they're like clearly, deliberately cynical. Like tackling a player when you're on the ground in the rock. Come on, like what do you expect? And also gouging people. I don't know how that's not a red card. So yeah, and also, keep in mind, with the yellow cards in the bin, the French was able to score 4 tries or something with, a bunch of tries. Like, I don't know if it was 4. I can't remember exactly the time he got sent off. But the French was able to score a bunch of tries with the play in the bin, with 14 players in the bin. And the Scotland team said, good enough, guys. What's the score? Has it caught up yet? No? Yeah, good enough. My God, it's disappointing. Anyway, let's do a quick recap of the point summary. I guess this is going to be really quick, right? Bang, bang, bang. That's way too many tries. So, 6 minutes in, quick tap. Hugh Jones ran through the middle of the field and quick ball for Finn Russell to Darcy Graham into the corner. Try time. 7 points to 0. 19 minutes, the French strikes back. Dupont, it looked like Dupont actually ripped the ball off the turnover whilst it was on the ground, but the referee just let it go. I mean, who needs TMO review, right? The referee says on the field, missed it and whatever. They spread the ball out wide to Bieri, went in for the try, 7 points apiece. 22 minutes. There was a second try for the French. There was like nice little pass down to the wing. We've seen this so many times. Little kick down, little grabber kick down towards the sideline, and then the speed from the youngsters. What's his name? Atiso Gobe running, scooped out for the try. 17 points to 14. 26 minutes in, there was a really nice play from the Scotland team. They had a line out. They had a fake the more. They had Turner run into crashing into the 10 channel, and then just did a quick switch for for Kyle Stain to run into the corner and like a little switch, and then nobody was expecting that. 12 points to 14. 29 minutes, there was a referee warning to the French, and Scotland decided to go for the jugular. They get a yellow card and scored a try from this one. They were, just piling lots of pick and go, and eventually Schumann, the big prop, drives over for the try and a yellow card. And that's the halftime score. Halftime score, there was 19 points to 14, I think it was. Second half, Scotland extend their lead. They're 2 minutes in. There was another penalty that went for the line out. Didn't take the three. More and a bunch of big crash balls later. There was a There was a pick and go by the number 9 Ben White. McCon was caught snapping a little bit. 24 points to 14 to Scotland. After this, the French are really starting to look at out of the comfort zone. People were making mistakes left and right. Lots of, you can see it visibly in their faces. People were frustrated. 50 minutes, Dupont threw an intercept pass. He was getting tackled in the process. You may say that affected his pass, but yeah, it just didn't really look like that. Actually, tackle affected him too much. It just, the Stang was already in position. He takes the ball, runs 40 meters for the try, 33 points to 14. 57 minutes in the game. Another option for the Scotland to take the three. They didn't. They went for the line out, went for the maul. The ball went midfield, and Darcy Graham stepped through little gap midfield, bit footwork for the try. And there was a yellow card, like I said, for the eye gouge or whatever. I don't know what the yellow card's actually for. The referee in the microphone said something about sighting. Maybe it's for that. They showed a replay, but no actual review in the game because, gotta speed the game up, right? It's unbelievable. It's gotten to the point where it's hard to actually understand what is going on. 61 minutes in the game. There was a nice another try for Scotland. There was another stupid thing. The French was caught inside the end zone, and Anton Dupont threw a forward pass to Bielbieri. He was inside his end zone. Just again, frustration and just being just pressure being built up amongst the players at this point. 61 minutes, another line out for the Scotland team. There was a short ball to Tom Jordan, who ran straight through for a gap under the post for the try, dunked it in. 47 points to 14. 66 minutes. At this point, you can see that Scotland think they've already won the game. There was the French try to counter attack from outside their own 20, from inside their own 22, and just some nice hands. Looked like it was the forward pass, no check, whatever. They French ran through. What's his name? I think it was Ramos. Is it Dupont? Oh yeah, Dupont ran through this one for the try. 47 points to 21, I think. Anyway, after this, there was some nice. The French kept on building. 73 minutes. Ramos scored a try. There was a short crash ball for Ramos to go through over. 76 minutes. Another 76. This is where Scotland had an opportunity for a penalty. They could have gone back themselves for what they've done the whole game. Especially when you're sensing the French is getting a comeback. Got to shut down your opposition. Ruthless, right? Nah, we'll take the three. Got a round of applause from the fans as well. Fair enough. This is what you expect. Don't boo your players when they lose, to Argentina in the second half, right? You wanted this. This is what you get. 78 minutes. Cynical yellow card for the Scotland team. There was a quick tap on the French, and then eventually Diego crashed over. 50 points to 33, and finally 80 minutes. Again, the French really wanted to score last try, and then Ramos got the ball midfield, wiggles through a few defenders, easy like that. At this point, the Scotland team was just pretty much walking off the field, right? The sixth try was scored on the 80-minute mark. Final score 50 points to 40, and boy, I think the French might still have a chance to win the Six Nations next week, especially if they blow out England with a bonus point win. And the Scotland, maybe you end up third or fourth. I think the lowest it can go is third. So yeah, maybe you end up third, and that'll be good enough for you guys, right? When was the last time you got third? I mean, whew. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Cheers, and I guess I don't even know how to say goodbye in French. Ça va? Whatever. See you later, guys. Cheers.